So when I'm judging and I salute, I think when the gymnast salutes and walks on the floor, it's like sets the tone of the routine. Does anyone else feel that way? Okay, so we're going to see some not so good and good. Because I think when I salute and they smile and they have this presence, I'm like, I'm ready to judge. Okay, and I'm already thinking this is an artistic kid. Not so great. Where do I start? Well, you don't have to do the little hop and the turn and all that, but I just think, to me, I'm ready to watch her. She's smiling at me and she looks happy to be competing. We're going to do another one of those. This is Jasmine. Obviously, there's no deduction for walking on the floor like that. I'm just saying to me that it's could be more artistic. And they think it's really cool to come up with some way to get on the floor that's other than just walking out there. My pet peeve is corners. I don't know about you guys, where there's extra steps and there's blowing, getting ready to tumble, or no head position. So these are a lot of corner sections. And she's dancing, and here we have a couple steps back without choreography. If she was an elite gymnast, it would be a 210 deduction because she just did 2 steps without choreography. Okay, much better. Sometimes when I'm judging and I'll write like steps, or if I really like the corner, I put a smiley face, and then when I'm done with routine, I go back and I think, well, God, I have 3 smiley faces. I really liked corners, or the other way. And so I can separate the routines a little bit that way. Here's another one. Yeah, the little shoulders in there. And then just without the extra steps. So I notice too when I'm judging, when they're not like lifting their head, their posture's not very good, I'm looking at their feet. So watch that again, because when I'm looking at her, her feet are really bothering me. Okay, now the same dance, but I'm not noticing her feet as much. Watch it one more time, because she's using her body a little bit more. You know, no extra steps, no blowing out like she's getting ready to go, but also nothing with her head, no changes in rhythm. So this makes it a little bit better. A little more body, a little head, a little smile. Okay, and then these are just some creative ways to get out of turns, get into turns. We spend a lot of time trying to be creative and not just do a normal turn. So this is Ava doing that same turn you saw her doing on beam and going to a split. I mean, because I could be all straighter there, but. This is Lydia, and she does a wolf turn, and I think this is a unique way to get in and out of a wolf turn. So she does that on beam with a 1.5 wolf turn to that position. This is Peyton. Her switch ring isn't very good in this combination, but I wanted to show you a unique way that she does a popa, and I think it looks pretty cool. So did you like that? I mean, I just think, you know, we watch some of your routines that switch ring popa or switch ring straddle jump, and when someone does something unique out of it, this is where I write something on my paper. So I picked a few routines I want to show you that I think for their age and level, I think are pretty creative, and I don't know if I have artistry deductions on them, but I'm going to ask you, and we can talk about each one. So the first girl, this is a 9-year-old level 7, and she's not doing level 7 tumbling, I just had her running through the front, so we won't judge the tumbling, but we'll talk about the routine after. Comments about that routine? Cute, age appropriate, good feet, I think, good expression. She's a level 7, and I think she usually would score like 9 7s probably on her team, depending on how the tumbling was. This is a level 8, not doing tumbling still. And I think she does exceptional body movements in this routine, and I love her feet. So when I would be judging her, those are things that I would put smiley faces on because I think those would be exceptional. So I wasn't thrilled with the corner where she jumped backwards. that could have been better, also her turn. But I think beautiful feet, you can really see her toe point. I think her posture was good, and I think she has really good movements. The switch ring obviously could be better. That's kind of a new combination. Okay, and then we're going to watch a level 10 routine. This gymnast is also doing hopes, so you'll see a lot more body movements and reaching movements and extra dance elements in it. And she does a double turn, holding her leg into an illusion, which is a bonus combination in elite. So what was her elite pass, her dance combination? What was the second thing she did? There's a ring half. Her leg needed to be a little bit more bent, but I can show you that again. And would you give the pofa or not? She was a little short. She pretty much lands 3/4. When you think about it, probably 70% of the routine is dance and 30% is tumbling. They do 3 tumbling passes and some only do 2, so they're actually dancing a lot. But I do think that we need to make sure we are rewarding those kids that are doing those kinds of things. And not necessarily taking off for others, but showing that there's a difference in the routines. There are exceptional routines out there, and there are average routines. And I think it's important that we make our placement of them in the right order